goes under a minute. You know, they're lining up quickly, but they have a lot of time. They're on the 16-yard line with 55 seconds to go.
Does Ole Miss start to think about maybe calling some timeouts at some point here, too, with how fast they can go?
So it's the last desk you'll ever need to buy. Shipping is free, and if you don't love your desk, you can return it within 30 days. So invest in the best for your home and your health. Shop our sale and make your dream office a reality.
A touchdown for the Gators, but a limping quarterback, Graham Mertz, goes into the injury tent, and Lewis, the oddest of injuries.
I mean, you just don't know exactly what happened right there, because it just looked like a play that should have been harmless. You just thrown a touchdown pass, was just kind of skipping back, getting ready to celebrate. Man, you just hope he's all right.
And this ball bounces through the back of the end zone for a touchback for the Vols. So now, how do the Vols respond? We'll find out after we check in with Matt.
Yeah, Bob, I've got your all-state check and a couple of good games. One of them at the half, Oregon and Ohio State. This one is back and forth. Buckeyes up 21-15. Dylan Gabriel to Tez Johnson. They've had some success with the big pass tonight, 22-21. Oregon at the half. Then Ole Miss, LSU, Jackson Dart. Watch the grab by Trey Harris. An LSU touchdown is under review at the moment. Still 17-7 Ole Miss.
Wow. It's almost like playoff games, or seemingly so, in the SEC every week, with the 12-team playoff and the implications and percentages and where you would think at the end of the season with at-large bids on the line, the resume building possibilities these games might end up. But a quick strike, and now Dylan Sampson brings Tennessee out to midfield after Nimrod caught one. Down by 2 scores. Sampson took a pop as well.
Yeah, the crowd thinking there may have been helmet-to-helmet contact there, or maybe they thought there was a targeting type of situation. Bryce Thornton with the big hit on Sampson. And then also there's someone that injury down on the field.
R.J. Moten being helped off.
People are very sensitive nowadays when it comes to quick operations of offenses and how defenses try to combat it when teams are going really fast. Do they fake injuries? Are they trying to slow them down and regroup? Are they doing that on purpose? Are there injuries for real? It's a point of contention right now.
So second down and 2 near midfield. Holden stays in motion. It's very close to a first down on the dive. Caleb Banks made the tackle on Sampson. It is a Tennessee first down, and they get quickly lined up.
They're going at hyper speed.
Yamaliava on the rollout, across his body, reaching up, climbing the ladder, and pulling it in is Brazel. 23 yards.
And here you're seeing the effect of the running game getting going. They've been rolling Nico out, giving him some half-field reads, and here he's able to get his shoulders square. Throw the completion to Brazel. Nice catch by Brazel, going up, taking that ball out of the air.
A little slip screen, but off balance. And reaching back for that one was Holden Stays. Never really had a chance to get going, so they only picked up a couple of yards.
I really like what Josh Heupel is doing with Nico Iamaleava, getting him out on the perimeter, giving him half the field to work with, running some nice route combinations, easy completions.
Right up the middle goes Sampson. Close to a first down. About a yard short. It'll be third down as they are in the red zone.
You can see Josh Heupel down on the sideline telling Brazel, hey, get over there in that 3-by-1. We want to go fast.
Jump cut. And it looks to be good enough for a first down for Dylan Sampson.
Now Nico looks settled down. He looks like he's in control. He's throwing the football with accuracy. The running game's getting going a little bit. You've got Florida on their heels now. They're going to keep Nico out on the perimeter with those half-field reads where he's a threat to run the football.
Maybe a half yard for Dylan Sampson. Jaden Robinson, another tackle for the Gators.
But now you're in a situation where you have to throw the football. Now this is where Billy Napier said he wants his defense to be. Take care of the early downs. Get them in the second and third and long so you can tee off on the passer. Get Nico out on the perimeter where he can use his athletic ability.
Swing pass. One-on-one tackle broken by Sampson. Inside the 10. Down to about the 8. Jordan Castell had a chance to bring him down and couldn't, so he picked up 8.
You see how tough Dylan Sampson is. That lower body balance. Back up at the line again.
Another try for Sampson. Crab calls. Right at the line to gain. Cam Jackson tripped him up.
Bob, I think he was tripping over Nico's feet as he handed the ball off. I think they got their feet crossed up just a little bit. That's why he was falling forward when he reached the line of scrimmage.
He was short of the first down. It looks like 4th down and very short. And they're going to run some big bodies in to go for it. I'm surprised they're not measuring here, just to show for sure exactly how far they need to go.
Got their big bodies in. We got the 2 tight ends. Got a lineman in the backfield.
Sampson. First down. Arizona. Touchdown.
They got Kitzelman. Looks like they have defensive lineman Jackson Moy lined up in the backfield as well, just to get some more beef at the point of attack. And then Dylan Sampson showing that competitive toughness that he's shown all year long. Gets him on the scoreboard at 6.
Neither team could find the end zone. Then back-to-back drives. The Gators score and the Vols answer.
Well, Tennessee says, hey, look, you see there, leading up in the hole. Again, Miles Kitzelman gets a good block at the point of attack. Moy cleans it up, and then Sampson just does the rest. He just follows his blocks. You see here, he's able to run through the arm tackles and then just continue to fight, climbing over bodies and getting the ball in. That's exactly the formula that they used last week against Arkansas when they came out in the second half. They put it in the hands of Dylan Sampson and said, big boy, go to work. Lead us to glory. Get us in the end zone for 6. It's amazing how momentum works, man. You see that ball go across the goal line, everybody perks up.
Through the corner of the end zone for a touchback as we take a look at our playbook. Brought to you by Modelo.
And the touchdown pass from Graham Mertz to Arlis Boardingham. You're just going to see the arc release. You see the jet motion coming across. It freezes the quarterback, Ricky Gibson, at the line of scrimmage for just a tick. He's not able to gain depth. Graham Mertz puts it on him, but then suffers an unfortunate injury that we still don't know exactly what happened to him. Came down a little awkwardly on his leg, and you see him there trying to walk it off on the sideline.
Well, the consolation prize is you've got DJ Lagway. Now, this is a tough spot for a freshman to go the rest of the way, but certainly not a pure backup quarterback situation as Lagway goes to work and throws an interception. Tennessee's right back in the red zone. Arion Carter
combination right here. And watch Arian Carter. Watch him sink underneath that sail route. This is textbook, folks. It doesn't look any prettier than this. Get the jam at the line of scrimmage, sink and gain depth. Play it from deep to short. Take away the 7 route. Break up on the flat route. You see, he's trying to get the ball on that sail route to Trey Wilson. He thinks he's got Arian Carter right where he wants him. But Arian says, I'm making this big play. I'm setting my offense up.
Deshaun Bishop for 1.5 yards. Arian Carter, a young man who played running back in high school. Not really highly recruited, as we said, till his senior year. Ran for over 3,300 yards. So you know he's a football player. He's an athlete, but had to learn how to play linebacker. That was an educated linebacker play. What a big takeaway. And the ball's back to work. Iamaleava tripped up. What a nice tackle. In space made by George Gums Jr. And now he's down.
It's a heck of a play by George Gums. It looked like he was about to get up and run back to the huddle and then drop back down to his knees after making that play on Nico. A great play out on the perimeter. Had a little bit of a delayed reaction. It's hard to tell exactly what happened to him, and you don't want to assume anything in these kind of situations, folks.
The crowd assumed.
They sure did.
And they reacted.
And this is what we're talking about. This is that point of contention. You see him right here. Oh. George Gums is chasing him down out on the perimeter. You see there, he's up on his feet. And then just drops down to his knees. See, those are the kind of things that people have become grown very suspect about. It's something they're going to need to clean up and make sure that they get a handle on. But you never know when a player is injured or not. You can never assume. But man, against teams like Tennessee that love to really step on the gas pedal and go at hyper warp speed, you know teams employ some kind of nefarious tactic sometimes to slow them down and let your defense regroup.
I guess the one thing I would be skeptical of, George Gums might be the best pass rusher.
Yeah, and you don't want to take him off the field.
Florida has. You're going to take him off the field before 3rd down and 7?
Yeah, exactly.
He's off the field now, and here is 3rd down. Iamaleava, high throw, incomplete. So after the giveaway by the Florida offense, their defense gets the stop in the red zone. They will hold to a field goal attempt, and it will be Max Gilbert that will come out to try and tie the game.
Oh, he had Squirrel White coming open for maybe a touchdown, but the pressure from Shamar James makes him speed it up and airmail that throw. Well, they had the right call on it. They just could have got it blocked up. But that's how it works. Pressure rushes you, forces you into an errant throw.
35 yards out. The only player this season in the SEC that's scoring more points per game than Max Gilbert is Dylan Sampson. He is now 11 for 12 on the year, and we are tied. Time now for the Aflac trivia question. This is the 54th all-time meeting between the Gators and Vols. How many previous meetings came in a bowl game?
Tennessee, Florida in a bowl game.
I'll have the answer for you after the kickoff.
You got a guess? You got a good guess?
One, and I'm terrible at these. I'm a bad historian. I have no memory. I've got too many kids. I can't remember where my keys are.
So many good memories of these matchups in a bowl game, Tennessee and Florida. I mean, that's a great question. I'm going to say 1, 2. I'm going to say it's probably at least 1.
So 10 points scored in 1 minute and 20 seconds by the Vols after they were shut out for the better part of 3 quarters. Let's answer our Aflac trivia question, but only keep you in suspense.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea the answer to this question, to be honest with you. I mean, 1-0, it all sounds good to me.
54th meeting. between Florida and Tennessee. There we go, the 1969 Gator Bowl. The only other time that Florida and Tennessee have met in a bowl game. Tennessee's head coach, by the way, in the 69 Gator Bowl, Doug Dickey. Following the Gator Bowl, Dickey left Tennessee to coach at Florida. Credited with having the Neyland Stadium end zones painted in an orange and white checkerboard pattern.
I wasn't even born when that game was played, so I had no shot.
So now DJ Lagway in a tie game off of the interception. He'll throw and connect. Trey Wilson knifes his way across the 40 to the 43-yard line for a first down.
This young man has ice water in his veins. He's got pressure in his face, throws a strike.
They run it here with Jacoby Jackson. Let's go down to Chris.
You know, Billy Napier has raved about the maturity of DJ Lagway, and it showed after that interception. He came over, went over with the tablet with the coaches on what led to the interception, then went to all of his offensive line and skill position players, said that one's on me. And it appears like it will be his ball game because Graham Mertz is currently in the locker room.
He'll have to deal with this crowd noise the rest of the way as well.
You see him taking control at the line of scrimmage.
Keeper, Lagway, hit from behind, protects the football, and he's got a first down. Lou Carter brought him down.
What a nice read by DJ. Rides the ball in there, decides to pull it, sees the open lane, and he is out the gate. And let me tell you something now, as we head in here in the third quarter. This guy is a stud. 6'3", 240 pounds. A rifle for an arm, great mobility. Now's his opportunity.
Are rivalry games any fun in college football?
Oh, this is, I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, Bob. It really doesn't.
This is the end of the third quarter.
15 minutes to decide the latest chapter of the Tennessee-Florida rivalry. We'll head to the fourth here at Neyland in a moment.
We've got one hell of a race here in Texas.
Something amazing is happening here. Productivity is growing exponentially. That's because CDW configuration specialists are deploying fleets of Microsoft Surface devices. Built-in security, simplified management, and flexibility help streamline busy work, which means everyone can get more done. Make amazing happen. Microsoft and CDW.
Some days you can feel like a spectator in your own life with chronic migraine. 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they start. And treatment is 4 times a year. In a survey, 91% of users wish they'd started sooner. So why wait? Talk to your doctor.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Chronic migraine may still keep you from being there. Why wait? Talk to your doctor about Botox and get in the picture. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Brisket is back at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guacced. It's a whole new kind of brisket done the Chipotle way.
When the unthinkable happens, good neighbors show up. For more than 100 years, State Farm has been among the first to arrive, with the latest technology and tools to help you recover faster. State Farm has been there before and will be there again and again. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Welcome back to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by IHG Hotels and Resorts. You're watching the SEC on ESPN. Start of the fourth quarter. The 8th all-time Checker-Neyland game. Tied at 10. Boy, just take it in. DJ Lagway, incomplete on a 1st and 10 as he tried to fit one into DK. Good play by Ricky Gibson.
A spectacular play by Ricky Gibson. He was trailing DK and had to get on his horse and use all the speed he had in order to make that play, because otherwise that was going to be another completion for the young freshman, DJ Lagway.
So no Graham Mertz, injured after he threw the touchdown pass, and still no Montrell Johnson Jr., the leading rusher, with a left leg injury, suffered in the last quarter as well. Lagway, one-on-one throw, bobbled and dropped. Aiden Mizell trying to pull it in with one hand. So a big play coming here, 3rd down and 10.
And you see Mizell just going to run a quick out. And you see again Ricky Gibson with the good break, but if Lagway puts it on him, that's a catch and run. He just kind of misfired on the throw. Big 3rd down for Florida, even bigger 3rd down for Tennessee's defense. Got to turn Florida away. Keep them out of scoring position.
Five-man rush. Lagway hit as he throws. That's caught. Short of the 1st down, but it at least creates a decision. What a catch by Trey Wilson. What a gutsy throw. The orange jerseys surrounding him. Looks like they'll go for it.
Well, that's a heck of a gutsy throw. You're absolutely right. He fired that into triple coverage and trusted his arm strength. And now here on 4th and short. Again, you got to take advantage of his athletic ability. Can you get him out on the edge? Give him some options.
Here comes the blitz. One-on-one. Back it up. Jermod McCoy knocked it away from Trey Wilson.
I think you take away from what DJ Lagway does best, and you just put it in the hands of the wide receiver, Eugene Wilson, Trey Wilson, and you see the great job of Jermod McCoy. He reads that slant perfectly. Big time play.
One thing we know is true, no matter race, gender, ethnicity.
The need to screen when due.
For colon cancer's a priority.
Indeed. Everyone 45 plus at average risk should screen for colon cancer. These folks are getting it done at home with me, Cologuard.
Cologuard is a one-of-a-kind way to screen for colon cancer that's effective and non-invasive. It's for people 45 plus at average risk, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider for Cologuard.
I did it my way.
I'm Jimmy Dean, and only one thing can make a morning like this any nicer.
A hearty, hefty, good-tasting breakfast.
With eggs, bacon, sausage, cheese, and taters.
And when you finish, you know you had something to eat.
Today, let's paint with Behr, America's most trusted paint brand.
Wait, we don't have Behr.
Well, with Behr, you can paint a whole room for under $100. How much did you spend?
More.
I thought you said you researched this.
Don't overpay for your next project. Get Behr quality at an everyday low price. Only at the Home Depot.
Hey, Mark, what are you doing, buddy?
I've always wanted to be in a homecoming parade. I grew these flowers myself, but more so, I grew as a person. Check this. Showtime.
Tide.
Do you need more space? You need a General Steel building system. Text BOLD to 59583 to start designing your customized space. That's BOLD to 59583 for same-day pricing on your personalized steel building system. Text BOLD to 59583 before prices go up.
The future. The way you see it is said to depend on where you sit. At X-Chair, we think it also gets down to how you sit, which is why our technology is light years ahead. With our groundbreaking Elemax technology, bringing hot, cold, and touch into one extraordinary seating experience. At X-Chair, we've got our eye on the future of work, so you can focus on the present. Visit xchair.com to find out how you can own an X-Chair for only $20 a month. xchair.com.
With MyQ, home is just a touch away. MyQ is the only smart home security solution that provides video monitoring, real-time notifications, and lets you decide who comes in and who stays out. All in one easy-to-use app.
Welcome back to Rocky Top, where Tennessee has scored the game's last 10 points. And they have it tied, and they've got the football back. Bob Wischusen here with Louis Riddick and Chris Button and the rest of our crew. 1 minute into the fourth quarter, and Louis, a takeaway on downs for the Vols.
Yeah, that's big time by Tennessee's defense. Give it back to Nico Iamaleava. What can he do with it now? Can he exercise great decision-making, move his team down the field?
A little check down deflected at the line. So Iamaleava tried to find Dylan Sampson open out of the backfield, but it will be 2nd down and 10. Like Desmond Watson got a fingertip on the football. Now they run it. Patiently hoping for a little crease was Sampson. He's got a couple yards. Jaden Robinson brings him down after a gain of 2.5, so 3rd down and long.
And now's the time Nico's going to have to exercise again. Smart decision making. No turning the ball over. Be quick. Get the ball out of your hand with decisiveness. If you're Florida, are you going to bring pressure here? Maybe a simulated pressure. Drop out and play coverage.
Here comes the blitz. No simulation on this pressure. They are after Iamaleava. Speed to the edge. Reaches the ball out. Where will they spot it? Cameron James brought him down. Short of the line to gain. This looks like a 3-and-out again, forced by the Florida defense.
Fantastic effort, though, by Nico trying to get that ball there, just using that 6'5" frame, 6'6" frame to try and stretch the ball out.
You wonder if they're going to check this spot. I'm not sure if he stepped out of bounds or if he was down. He reached the ball out. I think Josh Heupel is hoping for a review. It's 4th down, and are they going to go for it? They're going to leave their offense out there. The replay booth hasn't stopped play. Play clock winding down. There's a flag thrown for a potential delay of game as well.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
There you see Iamaleava walking off the field, giving his best effort. He's really starting to show you just how dangerous he is out on the perimeter. His running ability really hasn't been unleashed and untapped and hasn't been tapped into yet this year. Great individual effort.
DK is going to let it bounce. Covered beautifully by Tennessee. Nimrod was there to down it at the 6.
At Burger King, we flame grill our burgers. Why? Because that's how it should be done. Hot, juicy, smoky, flame grilled, and made your way. Come experience the flame grilled difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5.
Free Holiday Inn Express breakfast, anyone?
Express yourself. Yeah. Express yourself.
impressive. Enjoy our free, fresh, hot breakfast any way you like. Only at Holiday Inn Express, a part of IHG Hotels and Resorts.
Check-in time is 3.
It's 2:55.
I know.
Is this what he's doing now?
As your host, I have some rules. First, no showers longer than 5 minutes. This isn't a spa. No games, no fun.
Yes, Coach.
Meanwhile, at a Verbo, when other vacation rentals make you share your turf with a host, try one you have all to yourself.
We're surprising Twisted Tea superfans with a Twisted Tea Drop. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea and 5% alcohol to kick off your game day. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Sydney Sweeney.
Body wash genie. What? Dr. Squatch's natural body wash?
Sydney Sweeney body wash genie?
What's your wish? It could be anything.
Coconuts. Sydney Sweeney, get down!
Dr. Squatch Body Wash for men who prefer natural.
My kitchen!
Popeye's crispy, juicy, tender signature chicken is the meal your craving deserves. And now you can get 3 pieces of the chicken you crave for just $5. We don't make sense, we make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes!
While you were away, there were some developments. Fortunately, DoorDash can quickly come to your rescue. Your door to more. DoorDash.
ESPN College Football Primetime is presented by IHG Hotels and Resorts. 19 hotel brands, 1 loyalty program. Download the app. And in part by Mercedes-Benz.
One of the many legendary meetings back in 1998 between Tennessee and Florida. Jeff Hall hit a 41-yarder in overtime. Cooper Collins missed. The Vols won 20-17. And by the way, if you are to come to Rocky Top, you might see this guy. He is the new legend of Neyland Stadium. He's up on the scoreboard. Every time we go to commercial, they play some music, he boogies, and the crowd loses their minds.
Yeah, he does. They're having a lot of fun here, man. What a great atmosphere.
Well, the last drive that started inside the 10-yard line for the Gators resulted in the 9-play, 92-yard touchdown drive that ended with the Graham Mertz injury after he found Boardingham for the score. And this drive will start with a Chayton Baugh 1-yard loss. Cut down at the 5-yard line by the blitzing Christian Charles. And now it's 2nd down and 11.
And Christian Charles has been all over the field for the Volunteers defense tonight, making big play after big play, big stop after big stop. And they need to hold Florida down in here, deep in their own territory, give that ball back to their offense, let them go to work again.
Gain of maybe a yard. Jeremiah Thielander, who took over for Keenan Peely. After Peely was injured in the first quarter, gets the stop. 3rd down and 10. And Lewis, are you trusting Lagway to throw on 3rd down and 10 from all the way down here at the goal line?
Look, I have no doubt that they have full trust in this young man and his ability to both run and pass. So if you're going to throw the football down here, don't make him a sitting duck in the pocket. Get him out on the perimeter where then he can make a good decision. So I can tell you this, number 27, James Pierce, here he comes. He just was in on that 2nd down stop. Now he's going to tee it up.
Play clock's at 0. That's going to be delay of game. They didn't get it off. That's 5 yards for the Neyland Stadium, 102,000.
Tennessee's version of the 12th man. I mean, it is loud in here. These people are going berserk.
Hey, I will be streaming the Colorado versus Kansas State game, so make sure y'all hit that sub and make sure y'all hit that like, you feel me? Let's get it, let's get it.
It's under pressure. Scrambling at the goal line. It comes out wobbly and falls incomplete. Josh Joseph's got a piece as Lagway released it. So now Jeremy Crawshaw will be punting with his heels up against the back of the end zone.
And just look at these guys right here. Look at these. This guy's built like Dobermans, just coming in there on the TE stunts, trying to create havoc in the pocket. Plus DJ Lagway out to his left, an errant throw. But those were two big guys who we identified early in the game. James Pierce, Joshua Josephs. They had to play a big role. And there you saw it, just creating mayhem, getting off the field on third down.
Crawshaw's one of the best, but a wobbly kick. McCoy in plus territory, returnable. Inside the 30-yard line by the time he's brought down.
Bob, many people will tell you that the SEC is the closest thing to the NFL that you'll get. And this is an NFL-style game, right? You've been talking about it all game long. The battle of field position, special teams, turnovers, flipping the field, running the football. I mean, this has the feel of an NFL Sunday type of game, and now you have to take advantage of this premium field position if you're Tennessee.
There's one team in America that is top 5 total offense, total defense, scoring offense, scoring defense. It's Tennessee, and they'll run a screen out to squirrel right, and he gets stood up. And yet, being top 5, Lewis, total offense and defense, scoring offense and defense in this league, Tennessee has been in 2 wars in back-to-back weeks against unranked teams.
Every week, that's what it is, man. It is survival of the fittest in the SEC every single Saturday.
Dylan Sampson breaks free. Has caught. Touchdown.
Their guy, Dylan Sampson, man.
Dylan Sampson, 2 touchdowns rushing tonight, 14 on the season.
And then it's leading on their leader, just leaning on him. Put the ball in Dylan Sampson's hands, pull the backside guard and tackle, and then get that ball into the end zone and get us 6.
On a Longing, Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Ramon, what are you doing here? Texting another conference now.
Yeah, but it's like on the other side of the country. It's really, really far.
But you're not even on our schedule this season.
Maybe we can meet you in the playoffs.
That's crazy talk.
You know what else is crazy? Getting all that Dr. Pepper flavor with 0 sugar.
But Dr. Pepper doesn't have a questionable secondary like Tech does.
Here, catch!
And that's why you're a mascot.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
What does a good investment opportunity look like? At T. Rowe Price, we let curiosity light the way, asking smart questions about opportunities like AI and how the industry's born to support AI might better support us all. Better questions, better outcomes.
Even with my mom's Alzheimer's, we've still been close. But when she developed agitation that may happen with dementia due to Alzheimer's disease, a distance came between us. She'd get upset when I'd try to help, began wandering, even started swearing. She got agitated often, so we talked to her doctor.
Rexulti is the only FDA-approved medication proven to reduce agitation symptoms that may happen with dementia due to Alzheimer's disease. Elderly people with dementia-related psychosis have increased risk of death or stroke. Report fever, stiff muscles, and confusion, which can be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar can lead to coma or death, weight gain, increased cholesterol, unusual urges, dizziness on standing, falls, seizures, trouble swallowing, or sleepiness may occur.
Rexulti helped reduce my mom's symptoms.
Take action for your loved one. Talk to their doctor today about Rexulti.
Introducing the Wendy's Krabby Patty Collab Burger. It has fresh, never frozen beef that's, wait for it, square. Are you ready?
I'm ready!
And I'm ready. For the Krabby Patty Collab meal you're craving, gotta be Wendy's.
I'm out here telling people how they can save money with Experian. You look like someone who has a lot of subscriptions.
I have a lot.
Too many, I'd say. You can see your subscriptions all in one place and cancel the ones you don't like. Dude, that's so easy.
I actually need that.
Get started now with the Experian app.
This starts here, and this is what we want.
Here comes the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's how I
Travis Hunter, one of the most dynamic players. Should be a lot of fun, crucial in the Big 12 race.
This time is different.
Role reversal for the Vols. Last week against Arkansas, they led 14-3 in the third quarter and ended up losing 19-14 when Arkansas came from behind. Well, the Gators were up 10-0 midway through the third quarter, but it's been the Vols that have pulled off the comeback this week. 17 unanswered to take the lead. We'll see if the Gators can respond. Coming up after we check in with Matt.
Yeah, Bob, what a night of college football. We have our AT&T Multiview keeping fans connected across the country. Ole Miss LSU just started the second half. Ole Miss clinging to a 4-point lead. Vandy again playing good football, up 14-7, and Syracuse NC State on ACC Network. Fun week 7, fellas.
Yeah, that Ole Miss LSU game feels like an elimination game. This game feels certainly like an elimination game almost for Tennessee if they were not able to hold on. That's why this response is so big. Now what will the response, Lewis, be for the young quarterback, DJ Lagway?
What's the phrase I like to use? Football is a series of character checks. Now we're going to have one here for DJ Lagway, the freshman 5-star. What can he do?
Tunnel screen. It is caught, and nearly breaking free was Trey Wilson. He almost found a tunnel.
Bobby almost made a house call right out of the gate and said, hey, DJ, you don't have to do it all by yourself. I'll help you out. But this Tennessee defense, they have been running to the rock now. They have been chasing this football down inside out. They know what's at stake. These guys have a lot of pride.
You want to see some movement, though, from Lagway out of the pocket?
Absolutely. Get him out on the perimeter. Make him a dual run-pass threat. If it's not there for him, let him use his legs. Don't have him be a sitting duck here in the pocket.
Zone read, and he's going to try and run it. And he gets bottled up. Gain of a yard. Arion Carter, who had the big interception earlier, comes up with a tackle.
There he is again, number 7, Arion Carter. Just picking up the slack for Keenan Peely. Jeremiah Thielander, 22, also playing his role. He turned that ball back in. The linebacker group has been given credit for making this defense go. The improvements that they made at the second level, they have to come up with another big stop here on third down.
And they show blitz, one deep safety. Here they come after the freshman. It's a one-on-one back shoulder throw incomplete. He wanted Elijah Badger.
Jermod McCoy, textbook technique. Look at that, patient, feet don't go anywhere, offhand jam, eyes down on the hip. Lean into that back shoulder fade. You have to make it perfect throw. He's going, look, you're gonna throw that on me? With the way I just covered him? That is textbook right there. Tennessee's defense has it tuned up right now.
Well, Billy Napier has trusted his defense at different times in this game, and they more often than not have come through. They're going to have to come through again and get at least one more stop. McCoy backpedals and fields it, bobbles it inside the 10. Tight ropes the sideline before getting blown up.
That'll make you hold your breath. You bobble the ball like that.
Coming up next, the night capped off on ESPN with Deion Sanders' Colorado Buffaloes and number 18 K-State in Boulder. And then next Saturday on the SEC Network, Florida will host Kentucky at 7:45 Eastern. So those are games that we'll certainly want to keep our eyes on. Speaking of a player you want to keep your eyes on, this guy. Talking about holding your breath as well. He makes you hold your breath when he's out there. He plays both sides of the football.
Bob, he's one of the most unique athletes to ever play sports, to ever play the game of football in particular. What he is doing right now, you may never see done again. The way he can go both ways with that kind of stamina, unreal.
Play action. Iamaleava wants to take a shot. Incomplete. Nimrod hoping for a flag. Nothing comes out. Jordan Castell was downfield in coverage along with Jason Marshall.
That ball almost traveled 60 yards in the air. Iamaleava launched that to one of the fastest players on the perimeter for Tennessee. Tried to lay it out there to him, see if they could go ahead and strike quickly and put the dagger in Florida. What an absolute rocket launch.
Another play action fake. This time a mid-range throw, and that's incomplete, again off the hands of Nimrod. And they're saving the Gators some time here as well with back-to-back incompletions, and it's 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, I like the play call, though, initially in terms of trying to go for the home run and seeing if they could kind of capture and really, really benefit from the emotion and the swing and momentum that's taking place here in the second half. This is a crucial 3rd down. They need to pick this up, and for Florida, you want to give your young freshman a short field to work with, so this is a big 3rd down for them. They got to come up with a good call.
Tennessee is 3 for 12 on 3rd down. They're going to try and run for it, and they're not going to get anywhere near it with that dive by Dylan Sampson. So the 3 and out for the Gators defense, and that will bring Jackson Ross out to punt. It'll go right back over to DJ Lagway. And the Gators offense, with a lot of time on the clock, 7.5 minutes to go, will get another crack at it.
You saw Dylan Sampson just gesturing the fact that he was this close to breaking that out on the second level and ripping off a big one. Let's keep an eye on Jim DK back here returning this punt. This guy is fantastic as far as his open field running skills. They could use a big return here.
Wobbly kick. DK makes the first man miss, makes the second level miss. DK near midfield with a spin move across the 50 into Tennessee territory.
That's exactly what you're looking for if you're Billy Napier.
Maybe that'll change things. Well, this game turned quickly when a touchdown run by Dylan Sampson was followed, Lewis, by that decision.
Yeah, their big-time playmakers started to step up, and Dylan Sampson is the biggest of the playmakers for the Tennessee Volunteers, and he started to take over this game and really assert his dominance as one of the best runners in the SEC, one of the most productive runners in the SEC as far as getting that ball across the goal line. Now this defense is going to have to rise up again, because here's Florida on the plus side of the 50 after a fantastic punt return by Jim DK.
And for DJ Lagway, redemption opportunity as that pick set up the go-ahead touchdown. And now he starts in plus territory with the short field. The handoff to Jaden Ball, another true freshman. He's got a first down. Youth will be served for this offense for Florida as they're to the 35-yard line of the balls.
Both of the teams saying, heck with throwing the football. Maybe we should really lean on the run game a little bit here. And again, another one of those stud running backs for Florida picking up big yardage.
Up tempo at the mesh point, blown up in the backfield. Boy, nowhere to go. Ball just swamped under. James Pierce came through. Tyree West in the backfield as well. A loss of about 2.5.
I mean, just so quick off the ball. DJ Lagway didn't even have a chance to read the defensive end, because Tyree West said, look, I'm taking it out of your hands. I'm just going to blow all of this up and get a TFL. Tackle for loss.
So now they're behind the chains. Broken tackle. And Ball can't break another. Ricky Gibson. A sophomore corner come up. And that is a sure tackle made after a gain of only about 1.5 yards. So now it is 3rd down And 11.
You see Gibson working that right shoulder. But when you put your pads on Jaden Ball, you better bring it. You're going to be in that ice tub tomorrow, but we're not worried about tomorrow. You got to get off this field here on 3rd down. You got to turn away Florida after the big punt return and kill their momentum.
Gators probably don't need it all. You have to think this is 4-down territory. The Vols show blitz. Here they come. Quarterback draw. Lagway driven back, and maybe now they're going to have to punt.
And look who it is. James Pierce. Watch the game right here. Here comes Pierce, right down the pipe. Exactly what you don't want to see. This big 6'5", 245-pound James Pierce getting a free run on you. DJ Lagway does all he can to avoid him on the first initial hit. He tries to spin out of it. And then here comes the rest of the crew to finish him off. That's what you expect from a man of that caliber, from James Pierce. Rise up at the moments where they need him the most.
I have to think Billy Napier probably would have gone for it at 4th and manageable, but a 10-yard loss and a fair catch inside the 10-yard line by Jermon McCoy. You have to punt there and play the percentages and let your defense, with 4:17 to go, try and go and get another stop. So Tennessee with the 17-10 lead. And again, our All-State playoff predictor, we told you how important this game is. And Lewis, this is kind of the story every week in the SEC, with these teams in, out, on the playoff bubble, and what the percentages are. For Tennessee, 52% to be a college football playoff team in the new 12-team format with a win. But boy, would their hopes take a big blow if they were to lose this game.
No question. Every play, every series, just every moment of these games in the SEC mean everything to these teams.
They're going to try and run it here. And getting dragged down inside the 10-yard line. Jason Marshall brings down Sampson for a loss. 2nd down and 13.
Again, the battle goes back and forth. Defenses know we have to go ahead and make big plays. And you see Graham Mertz over there on the sideline. You just feel for the young man. You know, it's just killing him to be over there. We visited with him last night. What an impressive young man. Got the crutches, which we just hope he can get back on the field as soon as possible. That may be
a non-contact injury. As up the middle on a dive, back to the original line of scrimmage goes Sampson. 3.5 minutes to go. And that is, especially for a senior wrapping up his college career, the worst possible way that it could end. As you can see, the brace on the left leg, on crutches and being consoled by his teammates.
Bob, it's the way it happened. I mean, he was just ending the play all alone by himself.
So Tennessee's just going to milk as much time off the clock here as possible, but Florida, if they get a stop here on 3rd down, will have all the time necessary. They're going to send a blitz. Iamaleava's going to take a shot. One-on-one. What a catch made on the sideline, but out of bounds. Brazel, almost a highlight reel reception, but he couldn't pull it in and get a foot down at the same time.
He just ran out of room. Just look at him rise up in the air and high point this ball. Can't get that left foot down in time. Just about a foot out of bounds. 6'5", 200 pounds. Chris Brazel. Got to watch him in practice the other day. Look, these Tennessee wide receivers, I mean, they are just giants with tremendous athletic ability. That close to making one of the biggest plays of the game.
So Ross again. Another line drive kick. DK will try another return. His last one, 30 yards. Impactful. He turns the corner. He gets a block. Another great return. The short field again for the Gators, needing a touchdown to tie.
Special teams, special teams, special teams. Florida has a new special teams analyst in charge of this phase of the game, named Joe Houston, who comes to them from the New England Patriots. And I tell you, they have just delivered nothing but big plays all year long. There you see him, just high-fiving like, woo! Hey, Do not ever underestimate the importance of special teams. It's not a time to go get something to drink out of the refrigerator or grab a snack, especially when you're watching the Florida Gators, man. Because this team will turn the tide on you quickly with their play, and you're seeing it here tonight.
We talk about complementary football. The defense and special teams for Florida, back-to-back flips of field position here, has given this offense every opportunity that they could ask for.
That's right. I mean, you couldn't serve it up to DJ Lagway any better than this. You're on the plus 31-yard line. 2 minutes and 31 seconds to go. On the road. What are you going to do?
We're about to find out. Hand off to Jacoby Jackson with a stiff arm. Lowers his shoulder and picks up a first down. Lowered the boom on Ricky Gibson. They're in the red zone.
That's a nice run by Jacoby Jackson. Look, you hate to see Montrell Johnson go out. For Florida, you're just lucky that you have this kind of depth with Jaden Ball and Jacoby Jackson, who are just toting the rock with tremendous efficiency, power, agility, doing work here tonight.
Are they going to snap the ball again before the 2-minute timeout? I don't think so. They take the clock down. Billy Napier was out on the field yelling at his offense.
This is a 2-minute timeout.
Maybe to try and hurry and get one more snap off, but instead they take it down to the 2-minute timeout. A touchdown separating Tennessee and Florida. 2 minutes to go.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I saved hundreds.
With the money I saved, I thought I'd get a wax figure of myself. Cool, right? Look at the craftsmanship. I mean, I even got my nostrils right. It's just nice to know, years after I'm gone, this guy will be standing the test of time. He's melting. Oh, geez. No. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Oh, I'm ready.
Businesses work best when they put people first. Your dedicated Cintas service reps help make sure your team has the essential products they need, where and when they need them, to help keep them looking great, feeling confident, and ready to be their best. Get Cintas.
Oh, I'm ready.
And get ready for the workday.
Who just picked up Buffalo Wild Wings Go? The Hankster! Hank! What?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go.
Yeah, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go. Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs.
Okay, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go delivered. But did he get 10 free boneless wings?
Yeah.
No!
Why settle for less when you can get the new $7 Lux Cravings Box from Taco Bell? Because an indulgent, beefy 5-layer burrito is luxurious. A crunchy Doritos Locos Taco is opulent. A chicken chalupa supreme piled high with deliciousness, lavish. Chips, nacho cheese sauce, a medium drink. The only thing that's not Lux about it is the price. It's Lux for less. The new $7 Lux Cravings Box, only at Taco Bell.
Trick or treat! Kit Kat, Reese's!
Oh, great costume. Looks like you deserve both.
See ya, boys.
The future is threatened by enemies often unpredictable. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant. Marines.
Febreze. Hi, I use Febreze Fade Defy Plug.
And I use this.
Febreze has a microchip to control scent release, so it smells first day fresh for 50 days.
50 days?
And its refill reminder light means I'll never miss a day of freshness. Febreze Plug.
Hey Lexus, show alternate routes.
Technology that's ready for the road ahead. The Lexus NX.
This is the Emirates Premium Economy.
Hey. Appreciate everybody coming in. If you want to watch the Colorado versus Kansas State game, stick around. Make sure you hit that sub. Make sure you like this stream, man. Let's get it, man. Let's go.
Over 4.5 yards for rush and control the clock. Well, they fell short of the yards per rush, but they are controlling the time of possession. They got 3 sacks on defense, which is good for Tennessee. They didn't start fast, but they sure have responded, and they have really tried to clamp down on the big plays. They got to make sure that they keep that below 4 now. No more big plays on the part of the Tennessee Volunteers defense.
The clock not really a factor for Florida. They've got 2 full minutes, all 3 timeouts. They've got to have a touchdown, and they're having a hard time getting lined up. 3 on the play clock. They'll hand it and lose yardage with Jacoby Jackson getting spun down by Bryson Eason well behind the line.
Tennessee defensive line continuing to make plays. Bryson Eason getting penetration in the backfield. Good initial quickness, great pad level. All the fundamental things that you have to rely on at this point in the game. Your fundamentals are going to win this game for you. And if you're Tennessee, the defensive line is going to help win this game. It's their strongest unit. You got to continue to step up.
Flags thrown at the snap. False start.
False start.
This should be, I think, a 10-second runoff, unless Billy Napier opts to use a timeout here to avoid it. That's going to be his option. And they're looking over to see what he wants to do with 1:18 to go. And it looks like he's going to call timeout.
False start. Offense number 58. 5-yard penalty. Still second down. Florida has elected to take a timeout to avoid a 10-second runoff. It is their first.
And maybe a good timeout. Granted, you not only save the 10 seconds, but now 2nd down and 17. You bring your freshman quarterback over and settle him down a little bit.
Exactly. I think that's what he wanted, just to make sure, look, this is a big spot here. You have a young freshman on the road here in the SEC against a defense that has really turned up the heat on him here in the second half. Let's just make sure we have a good plan. We have the right people on the field. We have the right calls. And let's just get this young man out on the perimeter. All right, if you're going to throw the football, get him outside the pocket.
That's my question now. What's that plan? Because this seems like a very obvious down and distance to have that freshman quarterback putting the ball in the air.
That's right. You just want to get him outside the pocket. You see how James Pierce, Joshua Joseph, these guys are starting to turn up the heat. They're starting to really get off the ball. They're feeding off of this crowd. You know that the offensive linemen are sitting in there. They can't hear the snap count. They probably can't hear the clap. So now, of the quarterback, you got to give the quarterback some help. Let him have some space to work with.
2 timeouts left for Florida. But they get the 10 seconds back. 1:18 to go. Lagway to throw. Sets up the screen. Caught by Jackson. Nowhere to go along the sideline. And he stays in bounds as well. That'll keep the clock rolling. Arion Carter got there first. Well, again, it's 4-down territory, but now they've got a lot of distance to cover. They have to get down inside the 9-yard line to pick up a first down. It is 3rd down and 18.
I'm going to continue to say, with the way this team is rushing the passer, if you're Tennessee, I'm saying, go ahead, let him sit right there in the pocket. Let us run our games inside. Let us get our heavy hitters freed up. And if you're Florida, move him.
Over the middle towards the end zone. He's got his man, DK, for a touchdown. From 3rd and 18.
Number 48 is now wearing 46.
And in a spot where it looked like it was Vols with all of the advantages, the freshman Lagway steps up. And now the question. And I don't know, Lewis. They originally sent the point after group out to try and kick it. They might go for 2 here.
Watch this route by Chin DK. This is poetry. Fake like you're going to the flag and then break it back to the post. Lagway just climbs up in the pocket. Look at him. He's selling the flag route. Comes back to the post. The safety just can't recover Andre Turrentine. He just can't get back in the position. The backside safety, Will Brooks, doesn't have enough depth to help him in time. And DJ with an absolute laser as he escapes up into the pocket.
You know, you've got a freshman quarterback.
Look at this work. Listen, look at this. Eyes down the field, throw on the move, and just puts it on a rope.
But now, Lewis, you've got a freshman quarterback. You're without your #1 running back. You have played on the road in front of 102,000. If I told you could get this game down to 1 snap to try and win it rather than going to overtime, would you take it? It looks like that's what they're going to do.
When you watch this young man's tape, he's made for this, and here they go.
The Gators with a trick play formation. Line up Lagway. And now a timeout with the play clock winding down. Tennessee on defense.
It'll be 30 seconds.
As it looked like Billy Napier and Florida, that is certainly one of those. Let's go out there and run the trick play at them with a formation potentially that you practice to see if you can get the defense completely off balance. Now with this timeout, it almost looked like Billy Napier said, let's instead kick the point after. He might send his point after group out there after all.
Yeah, you wanted to see if Tennessee would adjust properly or if they would leave the eligibles uncovered.
Just when you thought they might take a one-play swing at it, they will indeed send the point after group out. And Trey Smack, perfect in his career on point after attempts to tie the game. And we are now deadlocked at 17. Now still 2 timeouts left for Tennessee and 29 seconds on the clock. So you'd have to think that they're going to be thinking attacking and getting an extremely accurate kicker in Max Gilbert, a try potentially to win the game with a long distance field goal. You never know.
Yeah, obviously you don't want the ball thrown over your head, but at the same time you don't want to give up big chunks and let them just move the ball down the field swiftly with the 2 timeouts that they do have left and get in position to win this game with a walk-off. So it's a double-edged sword. You've got to play this just perfectly. Really what you got to do is you got to rely on your front 4. You got to rely on your pass rushers. They've got to get home.
Florida number 29 is now wearing 38. Florida number 0 is now wearing 32.
They'll drop the true freshman Mike Matthews back. But all night, it has been nothing but touchbacks on the kickoffs from Trey Smack. We'll see if he puts this one through the end zone again. Of course, if he does, that saves time for Tennessee. If you force a return, that'll take time off the clock. See how Florida plays it. He's going to boom it. Well, we'll find out if Tennessee can put themselves in position for a game-winning field goal after we check in with Matt.
Yeah, Bob, I want to quickly alert the viewers. We've moved Colorado over to ESPN News while this game goes final. So when Tennessee-Florida goes final, we'll bring the Colorado game back over here to ESPN. But if you're looking for Kansas State, Colorado, it's on news for now until this one goes final.
And, Matty, it may only be a half-minute away. We'll see if Nico Iamaleava, who last week had a heartbreaking finish in the closing seconds against Arkansas, gets a chance to pull one out of the fire in the closing seconds here. 2 timeouts, 29 seconds. Out of the pocket, gets to the sideline and gets hit. And for a second, it looked like an official may have been reaching for a flag, but I think the ball may have popped out as he went out of bounds, and so a beanbag was thrown.
The ball was fumbled forward out of bounds. The clock will start on the referee's ready.
And that means Tennessee's probably got to spend a timeout right here, or have and Josh Heupel now realizes it and calls timeout. He wasn't alerted, or at least didn't hear the announcement.
Yeah, a couple seconds ticked off the clock.
He didn't realize the ball popped loose, and as a result, because that was called a fumble, that meant that that was the same as forward progress being stopped in the field of play.
You see the punch out by Grayson Howard. Onia Maliava.
Tennessee is elected to take a timeout. They're second. It'll be 30 seconds. Please reset the game clock to 23 seconds. 23 seconds on the game clock, please. Please reset the game clock to 23 seconds. Thank you.
That's a little bit of a break for Tennessee because they have now put all of the time back on the clock.
It saves them, what, 8 seconds?
So now Tennessee has one timeout left, but the full 23 seconds. That marks where Iamaleava went out of bounds, or at least fumbled it out of bounds. Long throw to the sideline. And Squirrel White pull it in. And now he goes down.
I think they need to take a look at that, Bob. I think he may have got his foot down, made that completion.
It was ruled an incompletion.
Yards are at a premium here. By the way I saw it, he may have got that right foot down. You're going to see it here when we slow it down. Watch where his right foot is when he controls this football. Right here.
Pass. The previous play is under video review.
Toe down in control.
He has it.
And you can see even some chalk fly. He's certainly got a toe down. And that would move the ball all the way out to about the 38-yard line. That would give them 10 yards or so with 18 seconds and still a timeout to work with. Now they would still need at least another 25 to 30-yard chunk to even have a chance for Max Gilbert, but with a timeout, they'd have the ability to use the middle of the field.
Absolutely.
And the crowd now seeing the same replay that we just showed you at home and reacting in the background to what they think was a catch by Squirrel White.
I mean, that is a heck of an effort on the part of White to get that right foot down, to control the football, have great sideline awareness, and what a heck of a throw by Iamaleava.
And the Tennessee offense seeing the same thing. They're walking forward. Ruled an incompletion on the field, but it looks like a pretty quick review.
After video review, the ruling is a catch for a first down at the 38-yard line. Please reset the game clock to 20 seconds. 20 seconds on the game clock, please.
So not only a 12-yard gain, but 2 extra seconds put on the clock for Tennessee. And again, they've got one timeout remaining. Max Gilbert's career-long 45 yards as a Vol, but he had a 54-yarder as a high school kicker. And we were watching him during warm-ups. He was comfortably hitting from 55, 56 yards. So if they can get the ball inside the 40-yard line of Florida, he would have a shot at it. They have to go about another 23, 24 yards. And that's off the fingertips of a wide-open Chaz Nimrod, or he might have gotten there on that play.
He may have gotten a lot more than just gotten there. Chaz Nimrod was on the run. Nico working up in the pocket. This is wide open. Those are just the throws that you have to make in these kind of situations. Those are difference-making throws. I'm sure he's going to want to look at that one and go, man, I need that one back.
That's a game-winning throw potential.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, still time. 16 seconds on the clock. Yamaliava, incomplete. Two receivers basically on top of one another, so that had to be an error in terms of the route run. Now down to 12 seconds to go.
You're just going to see the miscommunication out here to your left when Nico lets this ball go. You have two receivers basically stacked on top of each other. You see Nimrod there, and then you see Brew McCoy as well. In crunch time, that's when you got to bear down the most. Make sure you understand the assignment.
Tennessee needs a chunk play and a player then to give himself up. There goes Yamaliava. And he will get close to midfield. Flag thrown back at the line of scrimmage. 5 seconds remaining.
Holding. Offense number 74. Take a penalty. Replay third down.
It's just John Campbell Jr. We're seeing right here. He just isn't able to stay on balance. Feels as though he's going to lose the pass rush inside. Again, these self-inflicted penalties and mistakes. They've had opportunities to get some chunk plays and maybe get down into game-winning field goal position, just have not been able to take advantage of this. Got to be frustrating to Josh Heupel.
5 seconds to go. So they're just going to run the football here. And barring a miracle run by Dylan Sampson, we're going to overtime. And that is where we are headed. A rivalry game goes on between Florida and Tennessee. Bonus football as we will step aside for just a moment and come back with overtime.
Changes in the air. It's a new era, new team-ups, new stages set. Whose time is it? We'll see. This isn't last season. Nah.
Puts up a three-pointer.
This time is different.
First ever Monday Night Football game exclusively on ESPN Plus had this bad boy custom made for this exact moment. Coach Harbaugh back under those Monday night lights.
What a play!
To duel in the desert with Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr., and the Cards.
Touchdown Arizona!
All streaming live on ESPN Plus. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Maybe just the mouth guard.
I'm streaming Colorado game next. Y'all stay tuned, man.
But I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect.
Who's ready to show who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach!
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
Welcome to Overtime, presented by Cheez-It.
It's crunch time. In the first overtime, each team gets a possession starting at the opponent's 25-yard line. If it goes to a second overtime, teams again start at the 25-yard line, but must attempt a two-point conversion after a touchdown with no extra points allowed. From the third overtime on, teams alternate two-point conversion attempts from the 3-yard line until the game is decided.
We are back. We are set for overtime. Wayne Winkler, our referee, is just about to call the captains out to midfield to toss the coin and begin overtime.
Florida, you're the visiting team. You'll call the toss. If you win the toss, your choice will be offense, defense, or which end of the field you want to play. What is your call?
Tails.
Tails is the call? It is heads. You've won the toss.
You want defense.
You want defense? Which end of the field do you want to play on? Tennessee has won the toss and is elected to go on defense. We'll play on that end of the field.
So it will be back to DJ Lagway to see if he can get things started by scoring some points and put the pressure on Tennessee.
Look, I wouldn't want to be either one of these defenses, but the way these quarterbacks can run and extend plays and use their legs, which we know comes in handy when you're down here in the red zone. And so right now, look, you're going to have to be on it as far as your assignments are concerned from a defensive perspective, because there you get a look at DJ Lagway. You see what he can do as far as his ability to throw on the move. And Nico has that same type of ability. This is going to be fun. James Pierce, you see them telling him, hey, look, man, if there's ever a time for you to go ahead and show them what you got, you've got to rush like you've never rushed before. Keep this man in a vice. Don't let him get outside on the perimeter. And hold your coverage in the back end.
Not that there's a quiet end of this stadium, but Billy Napier knows what end of the stadium's got the students. He wants his offense running to the other end of the stadium. And that is where they will start overtime. A rollout for Lagway. Loops one towards the end zone on the first play for DK. And it's incomplete. They went for it right from the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I like the call, though. I like getting him out on the edge.
You've been calling for that.
Exactly. When you're down here in the high red zone, just outside the red zone on the plus 25, let him be a little bit of a threat with his legs. Strike that fear in the defense that maybe he can pull it and run it.
Flag down. False start. It's going to be 2nd and 15. Unless it's a simulation. Nope.
Offense number 66. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
You've got to lock in down here in crunch time. Jake Slaughter, the center, you just got to lock in. You've got to be on top of it. The game is on the line now. Got to lock in.
Now they go empty on 2nd and 15. And they'll bring Jaden Ball into the backfield to help protect. Swing pass instead to Ball. Bryson Eason track Ball right out to the flat and flattened him. A loss of 6.
And you're just going to see Bryson Eason. He reads it perfectly. There you have a stunt going on anyway. James Pierce coming on inside. He stunts right into it. Right into the halfback screen. That's a big-time play. This defensive line, again, continues to make big play after big play. See if they can do it again.
And they might need some yards just to get back into realistic field goal range. And they're going to run it with Ball. And now they'll have to try a field goal just to put some points on the board and count on their defense to go out and get a stop on Tennessee's offense.
You got penalty, you got overthrow, penalty, tackle for loss. That's just not the way you want to go.
Number 48 is now wearing 46.
Trace Mack's only miss from this year from 53 yards. This one from 47. No good. Just wide to the right. The negative plays for the Tennessee defense. Just enough to push Florida back. And now all the Vols need are a field goal.
You see it right outside the right upright. So close. Billy Napier. Defense is just going to have to do something here dramatic.
And do you have to take big chances on defense now to think nothing but negative plays to push back Max Gilbert? Thinking, right? I mean, all they're thinking is field goal now.
Absolutely. Now you just got to somehow see if you can get this ball turned over in some way.
Iamaleava flips one to the flat. Holden stays. Every few yards will help what will eventually, you have to think, be a Max Gilbert field goal opportunity to win it.
Get a punch at that ball, swipe at that ball. First guy hold him up, second guy going for the strip. Do everything you can to turn this over.
They run it right up the middle. That looks to be good enough for a first down for Dylan Sampson. Getting a push. But they'll mark him down at the 14-yard line, it appears. Still good enough for a first down.
How fitting is it that you go to your workhorse, Dylan Sampson? He has delivered for this football team all year long. Tremendous heart, toughness.
You know what Dylan Sampson's thinking? Don't bother with Max Gilbert. Just keep giving it to me.
That's right. Put it in my hands.
Instead, one-on-one out on the edge. Dragged down inside the 5-yard line is Dante Thornton.
Players feel it, they sense it.
I don't even think they want to bother with a field goal. Sampson with a push. A pile up inside the 2-yard line. I think they marked him short. Crowd reacting, so it's a touchdown. Forward progress stopped. That's not reviewable. That's a judgment call.
But just look at the effort of Dylan Sampson. You can see his legs just continuing to push. His back is turned. He continues to push.
So the ball at the 1-yard line. Second down and goal.
Give it to him, let him top it off.
Sampson. Tennessee wins.
offensive line. They knew what needed to be done. We talked to this young man yesterday. He said, I don't talk much on the field. I laugh a lot. He said, I actually make jokes when somebody hits me hard. And then I rip him for a big one. You know he was made for this kind of moment. And he delivered again.
A rivalry game that delivered in every possible way that a rivalry game should. In overtime, Tennessee survives over Florida. 23-17 is your final. For Louis Riddick and Chris Button, I'm Bob Wischusen. Thanks so much for watching. Nealon showed up. What a night in Knoxville. So long from Rocky Top.
Thank you for watching this presentation of the Southeastern Conference on ESPN.
Under the lights here in Boulder, that's quarterback Avery Johnson of Kansas State being sacked by the Colorado defensive front led by B.J. Green. I'm Mark Jones alongside Roddy Jones, Quinn Kessenich down to the field. The Buffaloes coming in at 4-1, taking on the 4-1 Kansas State Wildcats. Colorado scored on its previous drive to make it 7-0, but that was the second sack of the night by their defense. Deion Sanders, their second-year head coach, seeing a marked improvement in his front seven this year. Johnson is going to try and run it. And brought down at the 19 by DJ McKinney. Let's take a look at the only scoring play of the game so far.
LaJohntay Wester catching a ball short. Travis Hunter throwing a couple of in-the-way blocks for his teammate. Kansas State had a bust on the back end and man coverage. LaJohntay Wester wide open. And this defense has been getting after Avery Johnson. You mentioned second sack on the night. This was a team that was 12th nationally in sacks allowed, having only given up 4 coming into this game.
10th play of the Wildcat drive. 3rd and long. They've got to get to the 4. Johnson downfield, complete to Edwards. And Edwards is going to be stopped up about 3, maybe 4 yards shy of the first down. Keep in mind that Dylan Edwards played here in Boulder for the Buffaloes a season ago. Hit the transfer portal with no animus or animosity and transferred to Kansas State. 4th down coming up. His former teammates had nothing but praise and good things to say about him. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Blitz off the edge. Johnson eludes the rush. Falls. Touchdown, Wildcats. And he does the Deion Sanders dance. It's on now, Roddy.
You can play everything well, but with Avery Johnson at quarterback, it's always the danger of him taking off. And does he get in the end zone before that leg's down? He does extend before the knee hits the ground. The question, does he break the plane of the goal line?
Ooh.
Previous play is under further review. The rule in the field is a touchdown.
Let's bring in our rules analyst, Bill Lamagna, and get his thoughts on what he sees right here. Bill, what do you think about this play? Touchdown or not? What are we looking for? What variables? Okay, we're having some technical issues trying to get Bill on the line.
The question is, does that ball break the plane of the goal line before that shin and knee are down? The tough part for the officials are going to be, if you don't have a shot right down the line,
right,
then can you, with indisputable video evidence, overturn the call of touchdown on the field?
Let's bring in Bill Lamagna now. Bill, what are your thoughts on this?
All right, my apologies. I had the wrong button, but he's doesn't have a knee down. He doesn't have a body part down other than the hand or foot.
Here's the call,
Any
Bill.
part of the ball in possession
review,
breaks.
The rule in the field of a touchdown stands.
I'm actually surprised they didn't confirm the call.
They're calling it a touchdown as Avery Johnson, with that last gasp effort to extend the ball as he fell. And this, let's just say that's a salute to the opposing head coach. I'm not sure how that's going to be taken, but I'm sure we'll find out.
I think Cameron Silman Craig, with that little nudge as he's running off, recognized what was happening.
That's the third rushing touchdown of the season for Avery Johnson. I wonder if Avery Johnson's going to start trending like he usually does. Has a lot of consequences. We'll tell you more about that as the night progresses.
NHL Frozen Frenzy on ESPN, ESPN Plus, and ESPN2.
Any questions?
How did you become the Capital One Bank guy?
You mind? I've always been passionate about no fees or minimums on checking accounts.
How do I get your job?
Hard work, dedication.
I meant the Capital One Bank guy.
It's like Mr. Jeter said, hard work and dedication.
What's been the highlight of your career?
And that have to be
bank guy.
Helping people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Aren't you in the Hall of Fame?
And didn't you live in space?
What's in your wallet?
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Nature's Bounty. Your bones are 4 times as strong as concrete. Nature's Bounty supplements your bone health with high-absorption magnesium. It's in your nature to stand strong. Nature's Bounty. It's in your nature.
Popeye's crispy, juicy, tender signature chicken is the meal your craving deserves. And now you can get 3 pieces of the chicken you crave for just $5. We don't make sense, we make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. Check it out.
The old Fumble-Rooski.
Or you can bundle home and auto and save money. The old Bundle-Rooski.
Ooh, that's a better play.
Plus, it's more fun to say. Bundle-Rooski.
Yeah.
Bundle-Rooski, Bundle-Rooski, Bundle-Rooski. Bundle-Rooski-doo. Try it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say that.
Bundle and save with the personal price plan.
He can, though.
Well, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Do you need more space? You need a General Steel building system. Text BOLD to 59583 to start designing your customized space. That's BOLD to 59583 for same-day pricing on your personalized steel building system. Text BOLD to 59583 before prices go up.
If you have ugly yellow toe fungus, let me tell you about the secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. It's called Crystal Flush. It works from the inside and the outside. I mean, he tried everything. Nothing helped. His toes were nasty. Crystal Flush is the only thing that's worked. In just a few weeks, his toes looked amazing. You guys need to try this. I'm telling you, this stuff is different. And you can try it risk-free. You have nothing to lose. Go check it out now. Go to crystalflush.com.
Certain that's our ride?
Yeah.
Are you 4imprint certain?
Certainty matters. Experience certainty with 4imprint. High-quality promotional products, expert service, and guaranteed on-time delivery. Visit 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain.
You're watching the Dr. Pepper Championship Drive Game of the Week.
Under the lights here in Boulder, Colorado. Mark Jones alongside Roddy Jones, Quint Kesnick down on the field for this pivotal and critical game between Kansas State and Colorado. Folks, we're tied at 7 after that 11-play, 75-yard drive by the Wildcats, capped by that 8-yard touchdown run from quarterback Avery Johnson, showing you why he's so dangerous in so many different ways with his arm and his legs. Jimmy Horn back deep. He'll watch it go out of the back of the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 for Shadur Sanders as we go back to the studio first.
Gentlemen, good evening. Matt Berry in our college football studio with your Capital One rewarding performance. LSU, Ole Miss back and forth. Jackson Dart trying to put Ole Miss up. 27-16, throws it into about quintuple coverage. LSU picks it off now with the ball down 4.
All right, guys, back here. Sanders took the offense the length of the field, or most of it, on the previous drive with a touchdown. Remember, these teams coming off of a bye week had a chance to do some self-evaluation, and the Buffaloes continue to look committed to establishing a run game. Purnell making the tackle on Hayden on 1st and 10. 3-yard pickup. 2nd down and 7 coming up. Coach Sanders spent the bye week, at least a few days, in his happy place, which is down at his home in Texas. Got to his private lake on his property and did some fishing.
Lakes.
That's my bad.
As he told us yesterday, lakes.
Multiple. According to him, the fish were jumping in the boat.
They were biting.
Trying to hook a big fish tonight in a ranked opponent. Sanders picks up a good block and gets down safely at about the 36-yard line to pick up the 1st down. Brendan Mott making the tackle, but an 8-yard gain by Shadur Sanders. There is no sideline like a sideline in Boulder for Coach Prime. Carmelo Anthony, just one of the many luminaries, Hall of Famer to be. KD. CeCe used to throw some gas, and John Wall too. Q has more on the other side. Yeah, it is what it is, Cameron.
If I was to describe this sandwich in one word, I would say magical. Hi, this is Jamor, and the little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is that extra oomph. I go back and forth from the spicy filet to the original filet. Personally, I get into the sweetness of the honey. That's what hits first. Then you have the extra kick from the spicy filet. And then you also have the spice of the jalapeno peppers. The combination alone takes it over the top. It's award-winning in my mind.
Real customer paid for their testimonial. Type 2 diabetes? Discover the Ozempic Trizone. I got the power of 3. I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost some weight. In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it. I'm under 7. Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as stroke, heart attack, or death in adults also with known heart disease. I'm lowering my risk. Adults lost up to 14 pounds.
I lost some weight.
Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Living with type 2 diabetes?
That's about the power of 3 with Ozempic.
And Doug.
Whoa, we moved. We're in a parade. Everyone, customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Customize and save!
And then I wake up.
And you have this dream every night?
Yeah, every night.
I see.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
On a hyped up Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
All aboard the hype train! We're going all the way! Woo! I heard this hype train runs an ice-cold Dr. Pepper.
And the hopes of overly optimistic fans. Hey guys, check out my new tattoo.
We are so winning it all!
Even the national media agrees.
And they're never wrong about anything.
Oh, wait, our quarterback got injured in practice.
Okay, everyone off the hype train.
Well, that didn't last long.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
Dude, this thing is awesome.
I know. I bought it using the Cash Rewards card from Navy Federal Credit Union. I get cash back on every purchase. Honestly, I can't imagine where I'd be without them. One word. Got it. Reeling in fish. No. Eating fish. Fish in the sea?
Movie.